welcome to the Play Space Live. I'm Keith Avalon from Play Games, and tonight we are going to show you First Contact Your Town, 20th Anniversary Edition. My son Sam is behind the controls, keeping things moving, and we're going to display the game. Sam is actually the person that designed the graphics for the game. This is actually the third version of the game. The game came out originally as one of the three inaugural Play games in the year 2000, January 1, 2000. For that story, you can go to the Play Games website. There's a link at the top of the front page that says, since the year 2000. Click that link, it'll give you the story of Play Games 20 years. We'll go into that, how the origins of the game and why it was included in the games. You can just read about that there. So that was the first version. It was a simple black and white version, as were all the Play games. The second version came along in 2010 with the introduction of a second game site that I launched called Next Best Games, and that was a color version. We had that site going for a few years, but this is a complete redo of the game materials, an upgrade in many different ways. And we're going to show you how that is going to look, and then we're going to give you some sample play. Might even finish an entire game of it, and we'll give you the information on how to get a copy of it. We're going to do a pre-order, which we're going to start a little bit early, starting right now. So let's get the game out. Here's the box. We're going to package this as a Play Now game. So it comes in a Play Now box with the sleeve and information on the back. Let me go ahead and open it up, and we'll get started on this. It is a sci-fi action game, is what we're calling it. So the idea is it kind of replicates the feel of a 1950s or 60s B-movie, like Alien, like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. It's kind of that sort of a feel. And it has sort of a light feeling in a dark way, as I think you'll see as we get underway here. So there's the box. Here's our game materials. We come in a little cellophane package. We'll open it up and show you what we got here. So yeah, you're gonna take the part of one of the townspeople and try to rid the town of the alien menace. Of course, it's a worldwide threat. You could actually get a chance to save the planet. So here are here's our instructions booklet. We'll put that aside. Hopefully, I'll remember the rules. I have refreshed my memory. Here are our two game boards. The town morgue kind of goes on the top. And this is the waiting area where you put the townspeople. You know what? I'm going to actually, since I'm right-handed, I'm going to do it this way and set up the townspeople person area over here. So here are the alien dice. These actually do glow in the dark. These will come with your game. And here's our marker token to mark the time. We start at noon, and we have 12 hours to rid the town of the alien menace. However, if even one alien survives at the stroke of midnight, then humanity has lost, the mothership lands, and oh, the humanity. Okay, these are our confrontation cards here. There are three different kinds, really four different kinds of confrontations, and I will explain that shortly. These are the townspeople cards. There are 27 different townspeople, and there are also buildings. There's grocery stores. There's the grocery store. There's a post office. So there are 27 different townspeople in 8 different buildings. And the idea is you're going, and some of them are aliens. Some of the townspeople cards are aliens. So the idea is you know that the alien menace exists, but you've got to try to convince people and rid the town of all the aliens. And you do that with three different by confronting the townspeople, determining who's an alien, destroying the aliens, and hopefully enlisting the fellow humans to help you with the alien menace. So there are three different kinds of confrontations that you can implement. You can confront somebody in a friendly manner, which works great if it's a human, but not so well if it's an alien. It gives the alien extra time to flee. Aliens will always flee into a building to hide, and then they're much more difficult to destroy inside a building. So a friendly confrontation is best for humans, worst for aliens. A hostile confrontation is basically out and out, flat out aggression. So you're going to attempt to destroy the other creature, whether it's an alien or a human. Sometimes, desperate times call for desperate measures. If it's getting late in the game and you can't take the chance, sometimes you'll have to just go ahead and attack a human. Then, of course, there's a middle ground, the cautious confrontation. which is, it's better than friendly if it's an alien, but it's not as good as hostile. I mean, not as good as hostile if it's an alien. So you choose which kind of confrontation you want to implement, and then you discover who's aliens, try to destroy the aliens, try to convince the townspeople, and you try to do all this within the 12-hour time frame. As you convince more townspeople, then they too can go on missions into the town to root out aliens. And so the more townspeople you can enlist, the easier the game is. So, all right, I'm going to shuffle these cards up, and we'll deal out our town setup. The game is different every time. So, a lot of it depends on who you start out as. The townspeople are rated for both intellect, credibility, and also physical strength. And of course, there's a mix. Some people are very strong but not that bright. Others are, the opposite. So how you start out, the character that you start as will have a large bearing on how you proceed with the game. I'm just going to shuffle this a couple more times here. The cards are small, but that's to keep the playing space minimal, so that you can fit it all in a little game space. You have a 5x5 grid of cards, so obviously you don't want to have everything spread out all over a big table. So we've designed the components to fit in a small space. I'll go ahead and shuffle these one more time, and then we'll deal them out. And you don't look at the backs of the cards because you don't want to know who's the aliens and who's the humans until after the game starts, obviously. Okay, let's go ahead and lay out our grid. It's a 5x5 grid, and we're just going to peel them off. There's the grocery store, the mailman, the farmhand, the housewife, and there's the diner, there's the banker, truck driver, farmer, mayor, truck driver. Now see, we have two truck drivers. We know that one of them is an alien. Movie theater, barber, lawyer, the town drunk, and the preacher. I'm going to go ahead and just, in case I didn't shuffle them well enough. Doctor, little girl, there's another lawyer, elderly woman, waitress, and finally, our final row, the gas station attendant, the lazy bum, the delinquent kid, another lazy bum, and a bartender. All right, so there's our town setup, and now I'm going to decide who I'm going to be, and I will choose that randomly. So you can see some cards have the word alien printed on the back. That's an alien card. I'm not going to look at who that is. I'm going to look for a card that doesn't have one so that I know that I'm not an alien. So this is going to be me, and I'm going to start as the preacher. All right, so I'm starting as the preacher. So right off the bat, I know that the other preacher is an imposter. So I can go ahead. We'll set our timer. Oops, set our timer on 12. And so the first thing, I don't know that I really need to attack him yet, because he's not going to, I'm not going to blow my cover and let him onto the fact that, I'm around. So I'm just going to just note that he is, is there. I'm trying to recruit some help here. So let's go ahead, and I've got strength of C and credibility of A. So let me try to find somebody who's strong but maybe doesn't have so much credibility. Who might that be? How about the doctor's pretty good, because I want to be able to convince them easily. Credibility and intellect are the same here. So let's go for the farmhand. The farmhand has strength of A, credibility of C. So we're going to do a cautious confrontation with the farmhand. Let's see how this goes. And he is a human. So we go to the cautious confrontation versus human. And it gives us a range. We're going to check. This is where it feels like a sports game. Those of you who are into the sports game community will totally get this. So I'm going to compare my credibility, since it's a cautious confrontation, and I'm not going to have to destroy him. I'm going to count my credibility against the farmhand's credibility, A versus C. So my credibility is A. The farmhand is C. So a dice roll of 3 through 8 will convince him. So as long as I roll a 3 through 8, the farmhand will be convinced and on my side. So here I go. And I roll a 4. So me and the farmhand go back to the waiting area, and the clock advances. But now I have another person on my side. So the physical. Now, had he been an alien, then we would have reverted to physical mode. it would have been his physical strength A versus my physical strength of C. He would have run to a building, and I would have had to try to root him out of there, either now or later. All right, so let's go to the next turn, and we will both get to do something. I'm going to send the farmhand to knock off the preacher, the other preacher. All right, so I know that this is an alien. We're going to do a hostile confrontation. This is where it gets a little bit dark. All right, there's the alien. So he's going to try to destroy him, and we're going to set these here. And it's going to be a hostile confrontation versus an alien. And the farmhand's strength is A. The preacher's strength is C. So A versus C, 5 through 11 will send the preacher to the morgue. And there's a 7. So the preacher, I'll turn him upside down. I really don't want to look at. That's me, right? Okay, so the farmhand goes back to the waiting area. Now it's my turn. So we got one. So it's humans, aliens. One alien destroyed, and the humans have not had any destroyed. There's a scorekeeping method. I mean, obviously the object of the game is to rid the town of all the aliens by midnight. There is a scorekeeping method. You can do this really well, or you can do this really badly. And there's a scorekeeping method which will allow you to track your success game versus game. You know, and if you destroy a lot of humans, trust me, that will hurt your score. So we don't want to kill humans. All right, so now it's my turn. I am going to let's try the banker. How about? We'll go for the banker, and we will do a cautious confrontation. Yeah, we'll just do a cautious confrontation. And he is an alien, so it's a good thing that I was cautious. So I'll set these guys up here. Cautious confrontation versus an alien. I go to the cautious confrontation card. And it's going to be strength versus strength. So I'm going to try to destroy him. C versus D. He's got so I've got the upper hand, but if I would have done a hostile confrontation, I would have had a better chance of destroying him. So C versus D is going to be 5 through 8. So 5. Or am I off the board?
No, I think you got to move your pawn. Aren't you on?
No. This still it's still because the farmhand did his turn, but we both get a turn each hour. And if I get more people, then we all get turns that hour. Okay, so A through C. What did I say? It's my strength is C. His is D. That's right. C versus D. 5 through 8 will destroy him. And I roll a 7, so that's 2 aliens gone. And now the turn is over. Now we advance it to 2 o'clock, and both the preacher and I, both the farmhand and I, get another turn. All right, so this is where you can kind of use some strategy. So we see that there's 2 truck drivers, right? I believe there was 2 truck drivers, wasn't there? Yeah. Where's the other truck driver?
In the same row.
Oh yes, they're both here. Okay, they're both here. So let's go ahead and send the farmhand because I don't want to risk myself. I'll send the farmhand to confront one of them. And then we'll know what the other one is by how the first one turns out. So let's have the farmhand. Let's have him be cautious because he's our strong guy. And the truck driver is pretty strong too. We're going to do a cautious confrontation with this truck driver. And he is... Ooh, human. This is working out well. All right, so we'll do a cautious confrontation. Even if we don't convince him, we still know that one is an alien. So cautious confrontation versus a human. We're going to use credibility, so it's C versus D. And again, the farmhand's going to have the upper hand. So C versus D can be 4 through 7. So 4 through 7 will convince him. And an 8. So we failed on the convincing him. So the truck driver stays here. We know, however, that he's human, and that's good. So the farmhand goes back here. Now, we also know that this truck driver is an imposter, but I'm not going to use... He's got strength of A, so we'll send the farmhand after him next turn. Let's go for... And part of this is, it's kind of like a memory game. You got to remember, okay, which truck driver was it that was the human? Because they're both still out there. I'm remembering, and it's not fair to write it down. You can't take notes, all right? So we know that this truck driver is the human, this truck driver is the alien. All right, so I'm going to take my turn for the next turn. You know what? Let's do the elderly woman. I'll do a cautious confrontation with the elderly woman. She's got a strength of F, and I should be able to defeat her even if she turns out to be an alien. And she does. So she's an alien. She's got strength of F, though. My strength is C. Cautious confrontation versus an alien. So C versus F is going to be 2 through 7. I will destroy the elderly woman. She's got her cane. I don't think that's going to be enough. Oh, she did. I didn't destroy her. She had more strength than I thought. All right, so I'm going to go back to the waiting area. The elderly woman is going to go to the nearest building. The elderly woman was here, so the nearest building, we always go like clockwise. So she's going to wind up in the movie theater, and we're going to have to get her out before the end of the game in order to win. All right, so now we advance the clock again. We'll have the farmhand. We'll go ahead and have the farmhand destroy the truck driver. We have to get the aliens out of there. So we're going to have him do a hostile attack against the truck driver. We know he's an alien. And there it is. Hopefully he's not going to flee into a building because that's always difficult. So it's a hostile confrontation versus an alien. It is A versus A. So 3 through 8. Now, if I'd done cautious, it would have been... It would have been, let's see, a cautious confrontation, A versus A would have been 4 through 7, so it would have been much lower. Hostile will work much better. So 3 through 8, hopefully we are going to take care of the truck driver. And an 8. All right, so the truck driver is out of there. So far, so good. The farmhand is done. It is my turn now. We're going to not worry about the elderly woman because she's... I guess we already took care of the elderly woman. Let's see. So what shall I do? Let's. I see we've got. I'm scanning the town landscape. I don't see any more I guess there's 2 lawyers. Did I see 2 lawyers? No, I don't. All right. So let's go. Let's get some more strength. We'll go to the lazy bum, and. We will do, he's credibility of D, and I have credibility of A. He's stronger than I am, though, so I pretty much have to do cautious. And he is an alien, so cautious. It is a cautious confrontation against an alien. We're going to do strength versus strength, C versus B, so I'm at a disadvantage. I got to roll a 6, 7, or 8, or he is headed for the movie theater. And I roll a 6. So I kind of lucked out on that one. That takes care of the lazy bum. So that takes care of this turn. We are not recruiting very many people, though. It's now 3 p.m. And we have a lot of ground to cover here. Let's just do a couple more turns here. The thing about this game is you can be going really well, and then all of a sudden it goes south. And conversely, if you can get some people on your side, it can pick up steam pretty quickly, and the game can be over well before midnight. We'll do another turn or two. It is now 3 p.m. It's still me and the farmhand. Let's go ahead and send the. Let's see. What did they do with the truck driver? Did we destroy the truck driver? I don't think we did. I guess we did. All right. So let's see here. Let's send the farmhand back out. You know what? I'm going to come out. I'm going to try to convince the truck driver again. Now the rule is, because he's pretty strong. The rule is you can't do a friendly confrontation after a townsperson has been contacted. You can't continue to do friendly confrontations because they get suspicious. All right, so I'll have to do a cautious confrontation, but hopefully I will convince him because we could use his brawn to get the elderly woman out of the movie theater. So it's going to be a cautious confrontation against. We know he's human, and that means it's credibility versus credibility, A versus D. So 5 through 11 will convince him. And I rolled a 7. So the truck driver is now on our side. And here's the farmhand. Now I got 3. Let's have the farmhand go for the farmer. And we'll do a friendly confrontation this time. And he is, so he is a human. That will help us convince him faster. So friendly confrontation against a human. C versus B. So the farmhand has less credibility. So it's going to be 3 through 8 will convince him.
Al wants you to roll the dice on the.
Oh, here?
Yeah, kind of where they're supposed to.
So I rolled a 4, and that means we convince him. So now things are looking pretty good. All right, so now we go to 4 o'clock. It's now 4 o'clock, and we got 4 people on our team. We'll do one more turn. So each of us will get a chance to do something. Let's go ahead and do. Let's check out the mailman. He's doesn't have a lot of strength, so I think the farmer would be. Let's do the truck driver. Truck driver will convince them. Will confront the mailman, and it'll be a cautious confrontation. The mailman is a human, so that's good. Cautious confrontation versus a human, so it's going to be intellect, credibility, D versus C. So the truck driver is at a bit of a disadvantage. 5, 6, or 7 will convince the mailman, and it's a 9. So we failed on the mailman, but we know he's a human, so that is good. So we'll take the preacher, the farmhand, and the farmer still left to go this turn. Let's check out the housewife and see if the housewife is with us. We'll send the farmhand, and we'll do a friendly confrontation because it's C versus B. Oh, alien. So that's not going to go well. So it's going to switch from intellect and credibility to strength. Fortunately, the farmhand, which is one of the reasons why I chose that, he is an A, she is a D. It is a friendly confrontation though, so the housewife gets a chance to get away. So A strength for the human versus D strength for the alien. 6 through 8 will destroy the housewife. And we rolled a 7, so we're on a roll this game. That takes care of the housewife. Farmhand's turn is done. Let's show you. Let's go ahead and show you how it works with attacks in a building. So the aliens, if the aliens are outed but not destroyed, they will go hide in a building. So we've got one. We have the elder. Remember, the elderly woman was discovered, but held me off with her cane and fled to the movie theater. So we've got to get her out of there, and it's much more difficult to destroy aliens in buildings. Now you can preempt that by once you get like a band of townspeople, you can station them. I could send the preacher, or I could send the farmer to hide in the diner, and then do a confrontation with the mayor. And if he's an alien, he's going to go to the diner, but then he's going to have to face the farmer who's waiting in there. So you can plan ahead that way. However, this was early in the game. Figured we'd have no problems with the elderly woman. So let's go ahead and send the farmer in there. I don't want to attack it just wouldn't be right for the preacher to attack the elderly woman. But the farmer's going in there after, and he's going to do a hostile attack in a building. So we have a special card for that: hostile confrontation in building, and it's a human is going to attack the alien. It's going to be human strength of A. Elderly woman is F, but the elderly woman gets a bonus for being hidden in the building. So A versus F. 5 through 8 will defeat the alien. 5, 6, 7, or 8, and the elderly woman is done. Otherwise, the farmer is done. 5, 6, 7, 8, and we rolled a 6, so we are doing well. There was some risk there in that, because if you lose that, then it's assumed that the farmer goes to the morgue. All right, so that's how it works with buildings. We'll do one more confrontation here to wrap up the demonstration, and I will. Let's see. Let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and confront the mayor. All right. So it's AC. We're both the same in strength and credibility. So probably a cautious or friendly. Probably a friendly confrontation would be okay. It would be more likely to be friendly if I had put somebody in the diner. So I'll you know what? I'll go ahead and do cautious. And the mayor is an alien. All right, so it's going to be a cautious confrontation versus an alien. It's C versus C. So 4, 5, 6, or 7 will defeat the alien. 4, 5, 6, or 7. And we rolled a 12. So the mayor is going to hide in the diner. So now it's 5 o'clock. So things are looking okay. We've got a band of 4. It's too early to tell how this game is going to end, because we don't know what the rest of the townspeople are. But I would say that there's about a 50-50 chance that we'll pull this one out. And as I said, there's a way to score at the end of it to show you how you did compared to other games. Right now we're doing pretty well. We've lost no humans, and we have destroyed, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 aliens. And of course, the score is balanced in two ways. Number one, the starting character. If you start with a really weak character, you'll get bonus points. And also, it's a different mix each game. There might be, there's 25 cards out there, and looks like about 4 of them are buildings, 3 of them are buildings. So you get 22 people out there. It could be 15 of them are aliens. In that case, for the humans to win, you get a very large bonus. On the other hand, if there's 15 humans and only 6 aliens, it'll be you'll have your score reduced. So the difficulty of the game factors into the score, and it's kind of a fun way to kind of track your progress from one game to the next. And every game is different because you have different buildings, different characters. It's you're a different character, and it's fun. So that's First Contact Your Town. We will have a pre-order for this through November 25th. We decided to go ahead and put the pre-order up now since the video is up. Why not? We have the materials in house. Just a matter of how many to print. So that's what the pre-order idea is. You can go to the website, click on the link. It'll explain the game, show you photos. You can then go to the miscellaneous purchases page to purchase the game, and we will have these delivered before Christmas. We're looking at our calendar. These will probably ship on or before the 16th of December. So there you go. First Contact Your Town. Any questions, you can email me, info@plaay.com. You can leave comments here on the video, and we'll reply to those. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. It's a fun game. It's been around for a while, and it's always entertaining. It doesn't take a long time to play. It's a lot of fun. Next week on the Play Space, we will... What are we doing next week on the Play Space? I forget.
Hockey? It's not hockey.
No, that's right. Next week, we're getting close to Thanksgiving, and we have a special... So I don't want to dwell too long on this. Our news ping, we always send out the news ping rather than on Monday, on the Monday after Thanksgiving. We usually try to send it out a little early so as to be able to get people freebies so they can enjoy the Thanksgiving freebies. We'll have some good freebies again this time. And we have a special. We're gonna move our Play Space broadcast to Monday evening as well, and there will be a special interactive Play Space. I'm not going to reveal too much about it now, but you'll actually be able to participate and win prizes. So be sure to check your inbox for the news ping, which will come out Monday, and then watch the Play Space Monday evening, and be prepared to think and win. All right. Thanks for watching tonight. Appreciate it. Again, any questions, just leave the comments here or email us info@plaay.com. Appreciate you watching the Play Space. Thanks for being part of the Play Games community, the best sports game community on the planet, and we're expanding it to just the best game community on the planet with our new line of Play Now games. That's the goal anyway. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a great night. We'll talk to you again soon.